Hey guys, Mike here. So this is gonna be the first part of Outlaw Rogue guys, and with this one, I'll be focusing on single target build. Outlaw Rogue for this season has been really competitive on damage in all situations, and even on single target, they're near the top. So let's take a look at what it's all about. For talents, this is what it will look like, and you can swap a Tropic Poison with Numbing Poison depending on what your raid needs more. You can also take out Cheat Death or Acrobatic Strikes and put the poison into Cold Blood if you want a little extra damage. But it only adds minimal damage, and Cheat Death is a really good defensive passive to have on most fights, and Acrobatic Strikes can add more uptime on bosses, so I recommend against it. If you're using Cold Blood, you can macro it with Dispatch and not have to worry about using this ability at all. I'm not gonna go over every single talent point, but I'll explain a couple key talents that make up this build. Opportunity is basically the same as before, but combined with Fan the Hammer talent, every extra Sinister Strike will grant 3 stacks of opportunity and can stack up to 6. And when you use Pistol Shot with those stacks, it will shoot it 3 times per cast instead of 1, which is the big change in this expansion. This build also uses Greenskin's Wickers, which is a legendary buff from Shadowlands that buffs Pistol Shot every time you use Between the Eyes. But you never really have to worry about this buff, as you only want to use Pistol Shot with Opportunity buff, and chances of Opportunity not proccing before Between the Eyes is up again is basically close to none. Next two talents I'll go over are Audacity and Hidden Opportunity. So this is the core of the build for Outlaw, as this build is called Hidden Opportunity build. Audacity gives every Pistol Shot cast with Opportunity a 40% chance to let you use Ambush without stealth, and Hidden Opportunity gives Ambush a chance to double strike at 40%, just like Sinister Strike, and will also give Opportunity buff if it double strikes. With that in mind, let's take a look at Roll the Bones rule for this build. So you should keep any 5 rolls and double roll that does not involve Grand Melee. For single roll, you should only keep Skull and Crossbones and reroll all other rolls, as this build mainly works around double proc of Sinister Strike and Ambush. For combo builders, highest priority is to keep Ghostly Strikes up unless Subterfuge is up, and you can use it anytime it has less than 4 seconds, and it will add full 10 seconds on top of what was left on the duration. I'll go over when and how to use Ghostly Strikes more in detail in the later section of this video. Next highest priority will be Pistol Shot with 6 stacks of Opportunity buff, then it is Ambush whenever you have Audacity buff, Subterfuge, or Shadow Dance. After that, it is Pistol Shot with 3 stacks of Opportunity at 4 combo or less, and Sinister Strike if none of the rules above are met. Finisher priority is a lot simpler. Highest priority is Between the Eyes, then it is keeping up Slice and Dice, and you can use this anytime the buff has 9 seconds or less, so you should never be in a situation in which you have to choose between Slice and Dice and Between the Eyes after the opener. Also keep in mind that you shouldn't cast Slice and Dice if Grand Melee is active, as it will automatically add duration to it every time you use a finisher. When Between the Eyes is on cooldown and Slice and Dice duration is good, use Dispatch. For when to use finishers, you should use finishers when you are at 7 combo points for the most part, and finish at 6 combo points if one of your rolls is Broadside or if you have Shadow Dance or Subterfuge active. You should also finish at 6 combo point if you have Opportunity stacks and you're not at Ghostly Strike's refresh window. This means that if you are at 6 combo point with Opportunity and have Ghostly Strikes available, you should cast Ghostly Strikes to get to 7 combo points before finishing. Let's look at when the best time to use Ghostly Strike is now. So I did mention that it can be used anytime with less than 4 seconds left on debuff duration, but you shouldn't use it as soon as that window is up. Most ideal time to use it would be if neither Audacity buff nor Opportunity buff is up, but that won't always be the case since they can be proccing non-stop. Since Pistol Shot with Opportunity will always cap combo points, it is best to use Ghostly Strikes after you use up Opportunity buff and use Finisher, if Ghostly Strike's debuff will stay up until then. If it falls off before using Pistol Shot with Opportunity, you should cast Ghostly Strikes before using up Opportunity buff, even if it will waste combo points. As for Audacity buff, you should always cast Ghostly Strikes before casting Ambush if you're within less than 4 seconds window and it is off cooldown. For cooldowns, you should use Adrenaline Rush whenever it's up, since it gives guaranteed double roll and it will reset pretty fast through Restless Blade's passive. For Vanish and Shadow Dance, you should use them when neither Opportunity nor Audacity buff is up, and you are at 5 combo point or less, and have about 100 energy or more before using it. As for which ability to use first, you should prioritize using Vanish first since it is affected by Restless Blades. You should also use Ghostly Strikes before using either Shadow Dance or Vanish if the refresh window is up. For Killing Spree, you should use it whenever you are low on energy at about 60 or lower, and make sure you use it in a safe situation as the character can sometimes teleport to the wrong place and get one shot by boss mechanics. For Opener, Adrenaline Rush into Roll the Bones about 1 second before the pull, so you can start the fight with double roll. Then ambush once or twice to get to 6 or 7 combo points, then finish with Between the Eyes. Follow the combo builder priority until 6 or 7 combo points from here, and if Grand Melee is not part of your first roll, use Slice and Dice. Alright, this is a dummy test I did to show you guys an example of what the rotation might look like. It's gonna look a little different every time since the rotation completely depends on proc, but should still give you a good idea on what it should look like. So for Opener, I did Adrenaline Rush and Roll the Bones about 1 second before the pull timer. Then I used Ambush once and got to 7 combo points, so I used Between the Eyes after. Since Subterfuge is still up after that, I used Ambush again to get to 7 combo points and used Slice and Dice to start the buff. After that, you can see that Subterfuge buff wore off, and I have 6 stacks of Opportunity, but Ghostly Strike is not on the target, so I used Ghostly Strikes first, then I used Pistol Shot Dispatch. Now I have 3 stacks of Opportunity and Audacity buff, and in this case, Ambush takes higher priority on Builder, so I used Ambush which got me to 7 combos since it double struck, and I finished with Dispatch. Fast forward just a little bit, and here you can see I have 3 stacks of Opportunity, and Ghostly Strikes debuff has 3 seconds left. In this case, since Ghostly Strikes will probably be still up even if I use Pistol Shot Finisher next, so I Pistol Shot Dispatch and was still able to refresh Ghostly Strikes before it wore off. So here, you can see that I'm at 6 combo point with Broadside up, so Finisher should be next. But notice neither Audacity nor Opportunity buff is up, which means as soon as casting Finisher, it will be a good window to use Vanish or Shadow Strike, and since both are up, I use Vanish. Now let's take a look at that in full speed to see what that looks like. Alright, that should cover everything, and the rotation definitely got harder than before for Outlaw with extra buttons to press and more rules to think about. But with some practice, you should be able to master it and do a lot of damage. Hope I didn't confuse you guys with anything, and if you guys have any questions or find something that I might have missed, let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.